Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when them prayed I didn't lose.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Ready. Blue ready.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Third and long for Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at about the 32. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Winston, run of the option left here. Here's McGuire. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run it with Cohen. A good run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Winston running the option left here. This is Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run. This is Cohen. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, 18.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And some... Dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got it at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. His throw incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Green, Tennessee.
On 3rd down, Winston. Now he'll escape to his left. And that's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd, eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
That's Samuel caught left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Now Trubisky on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A good. Pick up there, 26 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
They run with Howard. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Blue. Lock in.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lambo will put this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A 1st down throw for Winston. Over the middle to Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jameis now on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Winston. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On play action, Winston. He's got Evans. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road. Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive. And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down.
Hey, 18.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. This is Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They try again with Cohen. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now Trubisky to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Trey Burton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create him.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. That is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, stop.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Leonard Floyd not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Throwing, Winston. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Brandon Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, 18. Red, up.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 18.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. That one good for 15 and a 1st.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Sonic.
Play action now. Winston. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a...
Lock in.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Blue.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears continue to pour it on. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Coleman has it here right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
They'll set up a throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle to Evans. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now White on a return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now it's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Thomas. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brandon Coleman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, That doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. The 30. Past the 20. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. But there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Buccaneers have it.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Buying time is left. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time is run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different...
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the gas though. Never met a man that they can't talk. Talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you.